Hello? Ooh, that's nasty. I shouldn't have coughed the first few minutes. Let's see. Can y'all hear me? Let's find out. Let's go to the YouTube and let's see. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all feel me? Hello? Hello? Okay, so y'all can hear me. Cool. Bet. Hello? Okay, so y'all can hear me. Cool. Bet. Alright. I'm sorry, people. This is my first time doing this joint like this. So I am trying to make sure that I got everything working for you all. And I got it working well. I'm doing this while traveling. Don't recommend. Uh, what's good, y'all? Trying to make sure that people's chats can get up and all this, all the good stuff. If not, then we'll be alright then. Let's be okay. We make it work. Stuff. If not, then we'll be alright then. Let's be okay. We make it work. Stuff. If not, then we'll be alright then. Let's be okay. We make it work. Stuff. If not, then we'll be alright then. Let's be okay. We make it work. Stuff. If not, then we'll be alright then. Let's be okay. We make it work. Stuff. If not, then we'll be alright then. Alright, this ain't gonna keep playing over and over again. I'm sorry, y'all. Alright. Broadcast radio is officially live. I see you. Let me put my shades on. Word to the Lil Wayne. Let's tweet out the link. Let's make sure that the people got it. Let's make sure that y'all got this joint here on Instagram. Instagram. Make sure that the people know that the Broadcast Network is officially live here on Instagram. So the only thing I hate is that you got so much stuff. Really? We're doing this now? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Hello? Am I still here? Hello? Am I still here? Okay, I am still here. All right, peace, everybody. Peace. It's your boy, Brody. Thank y'all, as always, tapping into the Broadcast Network. Trying to get on the road good. Like I said, I'm on my way home right now. Just got off work. It's my weekend to work. So y'all bear with me. For those who are indeed watching, hope everybody is doing all right today. Hope everybody is doing okay today. Broadcast radio is officially live. This is my first time doing this. I'm gonna start doing a lot more lives like this where I'm on the way home, driving.
This is my first time doing it, so technology-wise, I'm still trying to get used to everything. So if y'all hear any glitches in the matrix, that's my bad. That's my fault. But however, this is the best way for me to be able to get all y'all content. And y'all getting it raw, unfiltered, uncut. Y'all getting it straight from the source. And it's been a lot. It's been a lot going on though. You know what I'm saying? First off, this is my weekend at work, so I'm gonna be busy with that all weekend. Y'all might just hear from me again. We'll see. Depends on what comes up. Depends on what might be happening. Might do a broadcast wrestling this Sunday. Who knows? Who really knows? But for tonight, this broadcast radio first edition, hoops edition. It's a lot going on in the world of basketball. So I'm going to be talking about a little bit of that. For those who am not watching this live and you want to go back and listen to it, this feed will be re-uploaded to the audio feed on Spotify, so y'all be sure to check that out. Anybody want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Brodcast Network on both. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what y'all think as I'm talking. I will try to read them as best as I can. Like I said, I am driving right now, so it's probably the wisest for me to be reading anything. I think it's the first time I've ever said that between the NBA and the WNBA. There's a lot of stuff going on. Don't know where I want to start. Matter of fact, I think I'll start with Game 1 last night, NBA Finals. Dallas Mavericks, Boston Celtics game 1. Live from Boston, Massachusetts. In the TD Garden. Is that what it's still called TD Garden? I don't even know. But you did see the Boston Celtics winning last night in pretty decided fashion. Not going to try to ring off the final score for y'all, but it definitely was. They won by like 20 points last night. And Game 1, just kind of going, we're just going to talk about Game 1 first, and we'll slide into the Caitlin Clark WNBA talk. But just kind of recapping Game 1 from last night. First off, when the game first started, things looked like it was going to be kind of close. Looked like it was going to be a high-scoring affair. People like Derrick Jones Jr. had it going early for the Mavs. Kyrie was hitting some shots early. It felt like everybody came out with a lot of energy. People were ready to play. And then the end of that first quarter and that second quarter, man, especially that second quarter. That second quarter, bro, things got real rough in that second quarter for Dallas. Boston started to pull away. Kristaps Porzingis returned last night for the Celtics. He was out there hooping last night. Jaylen Brown was out there hooping last night. Jason Tatum out there hooping last night. Last night was an interesting Game 1. Like I said, final score was pretty bad. It was pretty rough on one end. At one point coming out of halftime, it did look like Dallas had a shot and coming back last night. For a second, they cut the lead down about, 8? I think it was. About 8. And then Boston pulled away in that third into that. But some takeaways from last night. Kristaps Porzingis balled out, hooped out last night. Returning from injury, he played very, very well. I'm surprised at how well he played last night. He had not played in like 20-something days, close to 30 days, if not 30 days. But he was balling. He was for sure balling last night. But that was a shocker for me. I really thought he was going to come back in with a little rust, since he did have kind of a lower extremity sort of injury. But he came out blocking shots, shooting the ball well, putting the ball in the basket. See, that's the thing about Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis especially. Dallas don't really have an answer for Porzingis. Porzingis 7'3", can shoot, can handle, block shots, rebound a little bit. Dallas don't really have nobody that can guard him where he's best at, which is out on the perimeter. They don't really have anybody. Derek Lively, you can put him on him, but I think perimeter-wise, he ain't going to really fare too well. Daniel Gafford, same sort of situation. Put him on him, but perimeter-wise, probably not going to work out the best for you. But last night was really just, I don't know, last night just felt like Boston came out, was focused, ready to play. Dallas came out and was more so filling around, trying to throw in little light shots, really trying to figure out what it was that they could do to really capitalize and play in well into and really trying to find that mark to beat Boston last night. But it was one of those things where it was just like Boston just felt like they were in control for the entire game. And I wonder if that's going to kind of predict the future of this series. Is Boston going to be able to maintain control of everything throughout this series? You know what I'm saying? Because Boston is clearly the better team. They finished with the best record in the league in NBA. And playing very well in the playoffs. But the one thing going into this series, which is why I said the Mavs in 6, is they haven't played nobody. They haven't beat nobody at full strength, at full health. And but last night, it didn't matter. It didn't matter last night. Boston was a better team last night, but it's only game one. Just to start of the series, in my opinion. I think as the series progresses, we're gonna see Dallas start to get a lot better at what they're doing. I think you're gonna see Luka get comfortable. You're gonna see Kyrie get comfortable. I liked last night that Boston had Jaylen Brown on him last night. Had Jaylen Brown on Luka Doncic last night. I was telling my homie Ryan the other day. I was like, yo, they gonna have to put Jaylen Brown on him just because of the physicality of Luka. Like, you need somebody with some size guarding Luka Doncic. You need somebody with some size. You need somebody with the physical athleticism to stay with him. I think Drew Holiday, although will probably be able to guard him pretty well throughout this series, height-wise, he don't match up with Luke Keenan. They let everybody play, which I love, especially in the final, whoever the best team is. And last night, the refs allowed for them to play, which is what I like to see. I like to see that in my playoff series. I like to see that in my basketball anyway. So going into game two is on Sunday. I think my last day of working is Sunday. I might mess around and do a live stream after that. We'll see. I'll let the people know. But as of right now, man, my overall thoughts on game one last night. Boston came out ready to play last night. Porzingis came out ready to play last night. Dallas, I think, came out ready to play, but once they saw what Boston was doing, what Porzingis was going to be able to do, how he was able to, what he was looking like last night, some of the defensive things that they was giving him, like Jay Hardy, some of the role players for Dallas defense that they can play going out throughout the series. But I think when you're playing against people like Luka and Kyrie, two of the best scorers in the history of the league, not even just in the game today, but in the history of the NBA, there are guys that are going to figure it out. Once they figure it out, man, y'all going to have a counter for it. And luckily for Boston, they got a lot of bodies that they can throw at both of them. But we're going to have to, it's going to be real interesting to see how game two plays out. If I had to lay down an early prediction, I think Dallas is going to win game two. I think Dallas is going to get at least one in Boston. They lost last night, of course. So now we have to look into game two. And for me, game two is going to be the series, in all honesty. If Dallas messes around and loses game two, they're going to be in real trouble. Even going back to Dallas, they still going to be in trouble. I think the key that Dallas has to winning this series is they got to win a game in Boston. If they go 0 for 2 in Boston to start the series off, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to be in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. So they need to go. They got to win game two. They got to win game two in Boston. They got to win game two in Boston. I'll be right there. I got to speed up. Sorry, y'all might hear a little road rage. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, that's my predictions for going into game two. I think the Celtics are going to win game, or not the Celtics, but Dallas are going to go into Boston and win game two. They're going to go into Boston. You got a real shot. We'll see how I feel. We'll see maybe overall this series, man. I'm excited to see this finals. This is one of those finals that you really want to sit down and watch every game for, because you got two real exciting teams. You got Boston, who's one of the best teams in the NBA. Then you got Dallas, who got two of the best players in the NBA, two of the best scorers in the NBA easily. So this is like one of those series where you really got to sit down and watch it. You really want to sit down and observe it. You really want to. It's just one of them series, man. I see this series being exciting, top to bottom, straight up, from top to bottom, being exciting. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the series. Like I said, Mavs in 6. Sticking with that prediction, the Mavs will win in 6. Think they'll win game 2. Think they'll win game 3. Boston will win game 4. Dallas will come back and win game 5. And then they will close it out at home in game 6. Those are my predictions. After game 1, those are my predictions. Sticking with my pick. 6 games, Dallas Mavericks in 6 games. Luka Doncic, Finals MVP. Those are my predictions. Those are my picks. So I guess next we can talk about the WNBA. Why not? We can talk about the WNBA. We can talk about the WNBA. Lord have mercy. And it's wild because I only did 16 minutes on the NBA. That was spend more of my time on the WNBA, because I think this is a real interesting topic. This is a real hot topic. We've seen a lot of different people crash out over this topic. We've seen people say real stupid stuff over this. Seen people say some real thoughtful stuff over this. But I just, in terms of WNBA, I think there's multiple layers that we can discuss in terms of the WNBA. Multiple layers. And I think the most obvious one first is old Caitlin Clark, the number 1 overall draft pick by the Indiana Fever. The most talked about player in the WNBA, the most anticipated WNBA player in God knows how long. And her part of this is very interesting because she is not really at fault. She didn't do anything wrong. She's kind of, I hate to say that she's a victim, because I don't think victim is a very strong word that gets overused nowadays by a lot of different people, a lot of different groups. And so it's hard for me to call her a victim of anything. I mean, shit, Nike gave her $10 million and she's going to get a shoe, her own signature shoe. I mean, she's in the news more than just about any other athlete right now in sports. And she's getting praised for doing a lot of things in terms of the WNBA that she hasn't even really done yet. You know what I mean? But in terms of the Caitlin Clark portion of this, right? So first off, I want to say this. Caitlin Clark is an excellent basketball player. She's excellent. She deserved the number 1 pick. She deserved all the praise. She deserves all the praise that she's getting, because she is that, to me, she is that talented of a ball player. And she will be a great WNBA player. However, right now she is not at the place that I think everybody wants her to be at. She's not putting up the numbers that everybody wants her to be at. And in all honesty, she's not playing with the same level of fire and edge, in my opinion, that she played with at Iowa. Like at Iowa, there was a certain swagger about her. There was a certain energy about her that the WNBA, I don't know if it's because, of the adjustment in the league that she's still trying to get adjusted to, or what. Or if it's the physical play that's kind of shook her a little bit so far. But you don't see that same type of energy in her right now. You don't. You just don't, which is very, very interesting to see, because I think a lot of that energy, a lot of that competitive fire, a lot of that swagger that she got is the reason why she was so great of a college player that she was. But in terms of what we're seeing now with Caitlin Clark, we're seeing a rookie. I mean, we're seeing a rookie. She's going through her woes. She's going through her troubles. She's struggling a little bit. And, she's only going to get better. She's gotten better compared to her first couple of games. I sat down and watched as much of the first couple of games as I could. And you can see it. You can see she's struggling. Now she's gotten a lot better. She's gotten a little more comfortable. She has a better understanding of the speed of the game, the physicality of the women's game, because that's another component to this that we're going to talk about as I go forward. But that's where Caitlin Clark is at right now as a WNBA player. She's figuring things out. She's playing well, but she's still figuring things out right now. She's not playing as well as she as we all have been accustomed to her playing over the last 4 years. Now, that's the Caitlin Clark component of this. Let's talk about the rest of the league component of this, because I think that's a very interesting component as well. And just this narrative that the media has gone, because, and we'll talk about it straight from this. Y'all all seen the clip. Y'all all have seen the video of this. Y'all all heard the players' thoughts on this, what they're talking about in terms of this. And that is the video from Sunday from the game between Chicago Sky, Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Camila Cardozo as well. I hope I said her name right. If I did, I apologize. And the Chicago Sky against the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark and Alea Boston as well. Kennedy Carter of the Chicago Sky pretty much hip checked Caitlin Clark. Y'all seen the video. Y'all already know what's going on. Y'all heard her say she didn't want to talk about him. And it's increased the conversation more about the WNBA being jealous of Caitlin Clark, being jealous of the attention that she's brought to the league, being jealous of the fact that this one singular woman is the reason why y'all don't have to catch commercial flights anymore. Y'all can charter your flights to your games. All these angry black women, all these angry queer women, all these angry, just women, jealous women. That's the narrative that we keep seeing over and over again in conversations and talks about the WNBA and how they feel about Caitlin Clark. Oof. Now, I'm going to say this right here and I'm going to say this right now. Do I think that the rest of the WNBA is jealous of Caitlin Clark? Hell no. Hell fucking no. Like, and this is me being real, right? Are they supposed to be jealous of the media coverage that she's getting? Like, are they supposed to be jealous of the money that she's getting from, like, Nike and sponsors and all that? Like, what are they really supposed to be jealous of in terms of her? Because it's not her play on the court. It has to be things off the court that we keep saying that these women are jealous of. Now, it's funny that we keep saying for an athlete like Caitlin Clark, because she's not the only one with a Nike deal. She's not the only one with her own signature shoe. Or because Sabrina Adescu, she got her own signature shoe. Breanna Stewie, she got her own signature shoe. A'ja Wilson is going to get her own signature shoe. All well deserved, by the way. A'ja Wilson is the best player in the WNBA, the best women's basketball player in the world right now. And I saw that firsthand the other night when I watched her play. Drop 36, 15, and then 6 steals on the Dallas Wings. But what is there really for the WNBA players to be jealous of in terms of Caitlin Clark outside of this media attention? Like, what is there really to be jealous of? Because people want to say, oh, well, Caitlin Clark is the reason y'all got charter flights. Do people really understand like how that stuff works? Like, do y'all really think that Caitlin Clark made a comment about these charter flights and then the next day, all of a sudden, oh, we gotta have charter flights now? Like, you really think shit is that simple? Shit is that easy? Like, no, the charter flights is something that the league had been in the works of for years. Like, her complaining isn't the thing to say, you know what, we have to do it right now. Because it's something that had been in the works for years. Now, she might have increased the awareness of saying, all right, we probably should kind of do this now, since we are getting this influx of talent who is getting all this media coverage, is getting all these eyeballs on them, which includes Caitlin Clark, but also includes Angel Reese, which also includes Cameron Brink as well. But to say that Caitlin Clark is the sole reason why the WNBA is getting these charter flights is ludicrous. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. Like, I don't see that. I personally don't agree with that. I just don't, bro. Like, it don't make sense to nobody. It don't make sense to anybody as to why that would be. Well, to me, it doesn't make sense because I just don't see that process as being that simple. And I could be wrong, but I just don't see it being that simple of a process to get charter flights for, what, 12 other teams? It's 12 teams in WNBA. Come on now. Come on now. But in terms of this jealousy thing, right? We still talking about this jealousy thing with the WNBA and Caitlin Clark. I don't believe that the players are jealous per se, but I do think that they don't necessarily like this girl. I don't think that they like this woman like that. And I think even her teammates ain't too fond of her. And I don't think it's anything that she did wrong. I think it's one of those things, and a good example of the same sort of scenario is Lonzo Ball, right? And it's funny how things kind of work and how things play out over time, right? When Lonzo Ball came into the league, right, everybody applauded Patrick Beverley for doing what he did overnight to Lonzo Ball. Getting physical with him. Trying to get him out his game. Trying to do things to show him, yo, this ain't college. You ain't like that. He got praised. Patrick Beverley got praised. Go back and look at the clips from First Take. Go back and look at the clips from Undisputed, where people are praising Patrick Beverley over those games after that, where other players was doing that to Lonzo Ball. They were praising him. But was the rest of the league jealous of Lonzo Ball? Because he came into the league with his own brand. He came into the league with his father convincing the world, yo, he might just be the greatest point guard of all time. Were other players jealous of that? Or were other players just mad at the fact that, yo, you thought that you could come into this league and think shit was just going to be sweet for you? Like, are you out your mind? Like, are you out your mind? Come on, dog. And this is what we're seeing here with Caitlin Clark. We're seeing other players with all this hype, with all these expectations of them being the best player in the world as soon as they dress in here and act like I'm in the WNBA. However, over the years, I've been an advocate for women's basketball. I do think that women's basketball should be celebrated. It should be given more attention, the attention that it is given now, even though this attention right here is negative, or in my eyes, it got a negative component to it. But I have always been an advocate for women's basketball. I've always been an advocate for the WNBA, and I've always made it clear when I told people about watching the WNBA, hey, look, this league is not like the NBA. It's not. It's completely different. The way the game is played is different. The way that things are done is different. The league resembles a lot more of the NBA that we all have been begging for years, compared to the NBA that we see on a regular basis. It's kicked out of games. Everything is soft is the word that I like to use. And I have no shame in using that word. The NBA is soft at this point. And it's not. I don't think it's because of the players. I think it's just because of the way the game is played and the way it's officiated now. The game is soft. But the WNBA is a much more physical league, a much more team-oriented league, a much more. The league is just different, man. It's a different style of basketball. It's its own style of hoop. And for if you go into this thinking that you're gonna see the Warriors or something, you're playing yourself. You're playing yourself. But that's how I've always felt about this league. Is that they're in a physical league. The league has always been played different, and now you're seeing a lot more eyeballs come to the league, and you're seeing people, and it's just weird to me how you're seeing all these eyeballs come to the league. All these people are watching the games within the league, and it's almost like it's too physical for them. Like, oddly enough, like the league is just too physical for them, and it's weird. It's just weird to me. Like, it's just very, very weird to me how the league is right now, and how people have talked about the league, because we've wanted more physical basketball. We've wanted this, and now that we're getting it from the WNBA, we don't like it. It's weird. It's weird to me, and it's weird to me that people think that they're just singling out Caitlin Clark to just hip check and be physical with, because that's not true. The other night I watched A'ja Wilson and the Aces play against the Dallas Wings. I told you I watched that game the other night where she set that WNBA record. I seen them play. I seen A'ja Wilson come down on offense like 4 times in a row. 4 or 5 times in a row, and got hit in the face. Got hit in the nose. No foul. No flagrant foul. No, none of that. She complained, but she kept on playing. Like, but the refs, they didn't cater to that. Like, she just kept on playing. So that tells you right there that the league is a different type of league. They officiate the league differently. The league is a lot more physical. So why is it that we feel like Caitlin Clark is some damsel in distress? Because, Kennedy Carter, the goon of her team, not telling her ass. Like, what are we doing here? Like, seriously, what are we doing here? Like, it's annoying. It's weird. It's annoying. And do we want to see physical basketball, or do we not? Do we want to see Caitlin Clark against the best, with the league's best foot forward, or do we not? Do we want to see a basketball game where everybody is just letting Caitlin Clark score? Because God forbid someone stops her from scoring, and we gonna get them flights taken away. Lord knows. Like, it's just weird to me. And shout out to Monica McNutt for doing one thing that I have not seen on First Take in all my years of watching this show, and that's making Stephen A. Smith shut the fuck up. Stephen A. Smith had nothing to say when Monica McNutt pretty much said, yo, you could have been talking about the WNBA like this 3 years ago if you wanted to. Because it's true, he had nothing to say. She was right. Like, she was right. You feel me? Like, what can he really say? Nothing. As he did. Wow. Those are his remarks. But yeah, like, this WNBA thing is weird to me. All these NBA players coming out saying, yo, y'all need to stop being jealous of this woman, of Caitlin Clark. Like, what? Like, what? Like, maybe they're not jealous. Maybe they're just being honest compared to players in the NBA. Okay, at this point, I feel like NBA players don't be honest. There's very few and far between. Draymond Green, if nothing else, Draymond Green is at least honest about how he feels. If nothing else. At least he's honest. At least he's honest. Because it could be a lot worse. It could be. It could be a lot worse. Is, man, with a basketball play. Well, a basketball play. Well, man, okay, we can say it's a non-basketball play. We can agree on that. It was a non-basketball play by the goon, which every basketball team should have a goon on their squad, male or female team. And that's kind of it. I mean, people made this into a story that it really wasn't. And it's a shame that they did. There's a lot of sexism involved. As I go through a dead spot. To me, there's a lot of sexism involved. I feel like if this was a WNBA situation, we would not be having the same type of conversation. It wouldn't be the same. It really wouldn't. It would just be about a rookie who's trying to transition into the league. Like I said, Lonzo Ball was a very similar sort of situation coming into the NBA, and we applauded Patrick Beverley and other players for trying to sun him, trying to little bro him when he first got into the league. People applauded that. Let me not say we, because I didn't applaud it. I didn't. And get well soon, Lonzo Ball. But the media and all these people, they applauded it, and they made us, they let it be known, hey, Lonzo Ball, you got to know, Lonzo, this ain't college no more. You gonna have to get right. So why not the same type of energy for Caitlin Clark? Why not the same type of energy for this white woman? Why? Until I get a reasonable answer, I don't want to hear no more about this WNBA shit, bro. Like, I just don't. Like, it's annoying. It's weird. And the dialogue, the conversation about women's sports is weird too. It's weird on all fronts. It's weird because I feel like the men are so stuck on this one woman, stuck on Caitlin Clark being the savior of women's basketball, the messiah of women's basketball, when she's not even the sole cause of anything. Angel Reese is just as much the reason for this surge and this popularity growth of women's basketball, because yeah, sure, people talked about Caitlin Clark and talked about how nice she was, but it wasn't until Angel Reese did the "You Can't See Me" to this girl and they beat her in the national championship game that Caitlin Clark became this figure that we all looked at like, oh man, she now has a opposition here. Angel Reese has been portrayed like the villain throughout this entire thing, and I hate it. I hate so much that this talented young black woman is being treated and talked about like a villain when she did nothing wrong. She's done nothing but go out and play her game, played well. She played well last night. I think she had a double-double last night. Not sure if the Sky won or not, but I know she played well last night. She's been playing well since her debut. She's been playing excellent. Cameron Brink's been playing excellent. Another player who has been a cause or has been a reason for the WNBA just having this pop in popularity right now, having this surge in popularity right now. We're going to go in 5 to 10 years, we're going to look back at this rookie class as a whole. Not just Caitlin Clark by herself, but this rookie class as a whole, and saying, yo, this was the start of the just astronomical growth of the WNBA and women's basketball. Because, you know, they got a few teams, they're doing some expansion right now. In the next couple of years, they're adding a few teams to the W. And we got a few other players that are coming down the pike that's like that too. You know, we got Paige Becker. I think she's going to be able to go pro next year, which is going to be crazy. Juju, she was a freshman last year. Juju Watkins was a freshman last year. Hey, y'all think Caitlin Clark is something, man? Juju Watkins, she right there with her, bro. Like, she right there with her. Stupid scorer. She's going to be coming up in a few years as well. I mean, the WNBA, they got some shit, man. And I'm interested to see what this league will look like in 10 years. I'm interested to see how we talk about this league in 10 years. I'm interested to see just where the popularity lies within this league in 10 years. I'm just curious to see it because I think we're in for we're in for something special in terms of the WNBA. We're in for something special, and I'm excited. Like I said, I'm an advocate for women's basketball. I think that I'm glad to see that women's basketball is getting this platform that it is getting, and yeah, just excited to see the future, guys. Just excited to see what happens next. As I touch my mic, my bad, y'all. But yeah, so those are my takes on all the hoop stuff going on right now. This is the first broadcast radio edition, I guess. Okay, I'm excited to see kind of where this thing goes, how things go further with this, because I do definitely want to start doing a lot more live streams for y'all, especially because I am driving home from work. And yeah, I'll be driving home from work. It takes me like an hour to get home. So when I'm driving, why not make my time and spend it with you all? Why not, give y'all something that y'all could think about, marinate on a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of going to be what I do with this going forward, broadcast radio. It's just these are going to be like the live streams that I do when I'm driving, letting y'all hear me, letting y'all kind of get my mind set on whatever it is that may be going on. This one was something this was the first one, so I kind of wanted to do some stuff that I have been kind of festering on all week, including the finals from last night. I think I'm opening up my drink right now. Sorry, as I take a swig of my beverage. Had to get a ginger ale. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. And I'll leave it at that. If you know, you know. And I'll leave it at that, guys. I don't want to give y'all too much info. Oh man, I'm about to take a swig. Yeah, because I'm approaching the crib soon. I'm getting close to the crib. Very, very soon, actually. Just waiting for the working man. Word to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Shout out. Woo! That's gingery right there. Excuse me. That's Seagrams, boy. That's Seagrams. Hey, see, I'm gonna hold this poll, bro. Seagrams or Canada Dry? I like Canada Dry more than I like Seagrams. I'm gonna just say that right here, right now, on straight. Seagrams is a lot stronger, but that Canada Dry, hey, that's a better tasting ginger ale. This Seagrams is strong, boy. Hit your throat. Pause. Hit your throat. I cracked myself up. But yeah, that's what I came on live to do for y'all today. Just a little conversation. Like I said, I'm gonna start doing more of these. Topics may vary. Typically, it's just gonna be me talking shit to y'all, with y'all, getting y'all thoughts on whatever it is. Like I said, I probably will end up doing one Sunday. This might not be a ride along version, though. I probably might do a little post game after game 2. Excited for game 2. Yeah. So yeah, that's what broadcast radio is going to ultimately be. It really just going to be me talking with y'all, just having a conversation, being bored, hanging out, talking shit. Yeah, simple and plain as that. So yeah, don't want to talk y'all in circles. I know it's a Friday night. Everybody going out tonight. I got to work this weekend, so I'm gonna be in the crib, just chilling. I am hungry though. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I have to figure that out. But yeah, this has been fun, y'all. I've enjoyed this. Like I said, gonna do these more. Gonna advertise it a little bit more. Didn't really get a chance to advertise this one today. This was kind of impromptu, more of a test run. So yeah, all those that are watching, that do watch on the the audio stream or the YouTube feed, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below about everything I talked about tonight, especially the WNBA stuff. I'm curious to see what people's thoughts are on it, because like I said, this stuff is being blown way out of proportion, and I think it's just a lot of men out here that really don't know shit about the women's basketball game, and instead of them having the wherewithal to go on TV and just let that be known, they pride so much in the way they're like, oh, they gotta act like they know about this stuff, and they don't. Like just like me, I'm not gonna come on here and act like I know everything about women's basketball. Like I'm sitting here watching every single WNBA game or tapping in or paying attention to every single one. But I am smart enough to come on here and know, all right, when I can speak on something, when I can't. And I'm not gonna come on here and give y'all no bullshit about this stuff, and I don't know it. And it's too many times, especially guys like Stephen A., where they'll go on TV talking about something, and they even have no real fucking idea of what it is, other than the cliff notes that their producer may have gave them before going on the show. You know what I'm saying? They have no fucking idea. They've done no real thought process of it. They might have asked some people or whatever, but other than that, they more so reacted for the sake of debate, and that's not what the media should be doing. That's not how we grow the women's game. That's not how we grow anything, period, in all honesty. Like, it creates narratives. It creates these stories that people don't want to, that diminish what the real is. And for me personally, going forward with this WNBA stuff, I ain't going to diminish the real. We only going to talk about what's real. We're going to talk about the hoop. We're going to talk about the hoop for what it is. We're not going to sit here and try to create narratives and all this other shit, man. Because that's just dead. It's played out. And truth be told, if you want to get narratives, watch ESPN. Watch First Take. Watch Undisputed. Watch these shows that are on TV. But that's not what this platform is here for. This platform is here to give you all that real shit, that raw shit, that uncut shit. And yeah, that's what Brodcast Radio is all about. So, it's been your boy, brother. Thank you guys always tapping into the Brodcast Network. Please, like I said before, please like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below what y'all think about this whole Caitlin Clark situation in the WNBA. Let me know what y'all think about the NBA Finals as well. Who y'all got winning? Like I said, I got Mavs in 6. But yeah, it's been your boy, Brody. Thank you guys always for tapping in, and I will catch y'all later. Peace.